Hey guys, what's up? Today is Thursday. It's Trendy Thursday. I'm super excited. Basically, what we're going to be talking about is all things trending this week. For those that don't know what trending is, in case you've been like under a rock for 2 years, trending basically is anything that's like super uber popular that's been shared and liked and tweeted a billion times over. And so let's get started. There's a bunch. There's tons of stuff. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are silly. Some of them are serious. Usually there's more bad things or silly things than good. But I'm going to make a point to point out several, if at all possible. So, let's get started. Obviously, the big thing trending lately is the Olympics. I don't have TV, so I don't get to watch them. I know very little about them except for video clips and things that I've seen. But I know a lot of people follow them religiously. I, however, do not. So, what actually has been going on is there is a lot of sorry, I thought I was hearing noises. I'm in my friend's house. I'm staying the night with her. As you can tell, this is not my normal background. And so what's been going on lately? I guess there's a couple of things. There's a swimmer, Ryan Lochte. I'm sure a lot of people who watch the Olympics know who I'm talking about. He's pretty big. He's right up there with Michael Phelps. He lied about him and his friends being mugged at gunpoint in Rio. What made him tell this story or lie about it? I don't really know. I guess there's a lot of speculation as to if this actually happened or not. It's been proven, I guess, to be a big load of crap, according to almost word for word, according to the article I read. I don't know why you would lie about that. Like, why? It's like, oh, here, I'll just make up a story about being mugged at gunpoint. I'm sorry, what? Like, who does that? Apparently Ryan Lochte does. And that's trending. I keep hearing noises. Yeah. So again, I don't understand why you would lie about something as serious as that. Especially because you're Olympic. Like, you don't have better things to talk about, like a medal you won or how good you did, or there's nothing for entertainment when you're surrounded by thousands of athletes that you have to make up a lie about being mugged at gunpoint. Explain to me that. Just saying. And then there's the ever so exciting Chrissy Teigen's thighs. Now, if you don't know who Chrissy Tiegen is, she's beautiful, first of all. She's stunning. She is a model, and she's the wife of singer John Legend. And she posted a picture of her thighs on Instagram and Twitter. And for some reason, that is trending. Like, I get that she's a model, guys, but what is so entertaining about a picture of a thigh? Like, it wasn't even like a picture of her and really like pretty and artistic and whatever. No, it was just a picture of her thigh with a comment about her thighs. I don't understand. I mean, seriously, that has to have been shared and liked and talked about enough that it's trending. What is there to talk about? Like, I don't understand. But apparently, it's a big deal. Chrissy Teigen's thighs. Who knew? Then I also seen there's Jan from the Brady Bunch. Eve Plum, the actress, who played Jan in Brady Bunch. She is selling her home, Malibu home, celebrity, selling her Malibu home that she bought when she was 11 because she was Jan in the Brady Bunch. Can you imagine owning a house at the age of 11? Like, I would love to own a house now. I'm all about that life. That sounds amazing. But to be 11 and own a house. And that was how long ago? I mean, that show's been over for 20 years now, if not longer. And she is selling her house that she's had her entire life when she bought when she was 11. Let's see how many billions of dollars that's going to sell for. Let's predict a fatty chunk of change. Not going to lie. I'm sure it's gorgeous. Celebrity house, Malibu, huge. But then again, I actually haven't seen pictures, and she was 11 a very long time ago when it wasn't so hip to have giant mansions. I'm sure it's pretty big, but like as big as some of the houses we see nowadays. So it may be actually quite small compared to those. We'll find out, I guess. And Nene Leakes. She is one of the Desperate Housewives. Not Desperate Housewives. She's one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta or whatever, one of the cities. There's like 12 of them. She's a very sassy, very opinionated, very loud black lady. Really pretty actress. She's been on lots of shows. She was on Glee. She was on a bunch of stuff. Apparently, she owes more than $800,000 in back taxes. Yeah. $800,000. That's more money than I'll see in like my lifetime, but she owes that in back taxes. Now, I'm not a celebrity. I don't make millions of dollars. I don't understand what it's like to pay taxes on millions of dollars, but I'm thinking if you're making millions of dollars, you can afford to pay your taxes. Just a thought. I could be wrong. You know, who am I? What do I know? It's just my theory. It seems to make sense. All of these things. So all these things that I've listed. Pointless, silly, stupid things that really don't mean anything, and yet they've been trending. So they've been popular enough that people are reading articles and are sharing them and liking them and commenting on them. So they made it on the list. I, luckily, found two things that really should be trending. I actually think one might be close. I've seen it here and there, but not as much as all the rest of them. But if it's not, I'm going to tell you because it's a really cool story. So it's also the Olympics. There was a women's, I think it was the 5,000 heat, two women in the women's race. And one racer whose name was D'Agostino. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Last names. D'Agostino and Hamblin. And D'Agostino, she was actually running and keeping up, and she tripped and fell and tripped the person in front of her on accident because she fell, you know. And the Hamblin was the runner in front of her. And despite D'Agostino's knee injury, she felt so bad because you're in the Olympics. Okay, this isn't like a high school race. It is the Olympics. People train their entire lives to be in the Olympics. Like, huge, huge deal. And so, obviously, feeling horrible because her knee gave out, she tripped. She jumps up, she helps the other racer up, which these are people you're competing against. A lot of people would just be like, screw you, I'm out, and keep running. But she actually helped Hamblin up so that she could keep going, and then her knee gave out. And so she wasn't able, she was in miserable pain. You should see these pictures. They're awful because you can tell just by her reaction that she's not up to the task of finishing the race. They still had like 4 laps to go, I think the article said. And Hamblin, who was actually ahead of her and was winning, and it was not her fault at all that she fell and got behind, helped D'Agostino up and finished the race with her. That's so cool to me. That's so cool that is what Olympic spirit is. Like, you can't, to actually finish a race, help someone else finish a race who messed up your race, like who you have every right to be mad at when you've trained your entire life to be there. You have every right to be mad at, and then to help them up and help them finish the race so you finish together. And you obviously don't win because there were many people ahead of you that kept running and did the opposite. And I just think that is super, super cool that she kind of set aside the bigness of the moment and the anger she could have had in the situation, and actually helped her to accomplish her Olympic dream in finishing this race. And they both accomplished it together, which is just super cool. I really like that. I like seeing good things and positive things because anything about a person doing nice things for another person makes my heart happy because it doesn't happen often enough. And so that made me happy. There was also one other thing. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about just because I found it fascinating. If you watch this, I would really love to know what your opinion is on this. So comment and let me know if you would participate. There's this thing called a library, a people library. Now, you know how you go to a library and you check out a book, right? Any book, whatever. Magazine, periodicals, whatever. It's a university that does this project one day a year, and they do what is called a people library, where you actually go in and you check out another human being, and you spend time, You don't actually leave with them. You just, you connect with another human being there, and you spend a significant amount of the day with them, getting to know them, getting to know who they are, what they do, things like that. And it's meant to, they actually bring in a bunch of people, and it's actually meant to kind of break all stereotypes. So you go to this people library event that they do once a semester at this university, and oh, hey, Kitty. And you connect with, they have all types of different people there, different races, different cultures, homeless people, every type of person you can think of, ex-cons, people that are obviously, trustworthy enough to be there. But it's to open people's minds about how they think about each other, and to break the stereotypes, and to actually get to know them, like, on a human basic level. Because, like, a lot of people, they avoid homeless people. They're like, I'm not going to walk up to that person. I don't know them. Like, and you just keep on walking, and you ignore strangers that you pass and talk to every day at work, or you commute with every day, or that you see every day in the same spot, and you just walk right by them and you ignore them. And this is just a cool experiment they did to kind of break the stereotype and find out what people thought about other people, and how it's like, oh yeah, they have the same problems I do. They're not any abnormal, that's just how it works. And so I thought that was really cool. I seen that on a article. There's this website I really like. It's called upwardly.com, and it is all positive. Well, it's all stuff that's actually newsworthy. Most of it is, compared to like a lot of news, it's just garbage and stuff. But they share a lot of positive movements, a lot of fighting against stereotypes, and a lot of positive, change the world kind of ideas that they share on this website. So this website, they shared this post about this study that this university does, and I just thought that was really fascinating. And so I'm curious, would you participate in the People Library Day? Would you go to this library and get paired up with a complete stranger? Could be homeless, could be speak a different language, could be an entirely different culture, could be gay, straight, transgender, it doesn't even matter, college student, businessman, woman, kid. Would you get paired up with them and spend a significant amount of time getting to know them? I think a lot of people would not be open to that. And I don't know, I may be thinking the worst in people, and hope that people would be super into that. I think I would really enjoy that. I think it could be awkward at first, for sure, because you don't know these people. But that's my theory, is that it would be fascinating to participate in. I hope they bring something like that around here. Or maybe I'll start one of my own. Who knows? I just think that would be really cool. I think more colleges should do it, just to kind of start a movement of breaking the awkward, we can't talk to strangers, like, trusting in the good in people. It should be done more often. You can't expect them to be good if you're always expecting them to be bad. You're not giving them an opportunity to be good, because we just assume the worst in people. And I know you want to protect yourself and be safe, and I get that. And we have instincts for that, but I also think sometimes we take it a little too far. So that's one thing I noticed. I just thought was really cool. I'd love to know if you participate or what you think about any of these topics. It's a short video today, due to the situation and kind of not being where I'm normally at and using someone else's internet, etc. But hope you enjoyed. Post comments, share this video. Check me out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Faithful Friday, so I'll be talking about any lesson I learned, or something in particular that has to do with my faith and my relationship with Jesus. So join me tomorrow, and it'll also be Friday, which is always a party. See you around.